Hey guys, welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday. Of course, I'm your hostess, Jocelyn, and today is season 6, episode 15. So, of course, as usual, I just want to thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for tuning in, and thank y'all for rocking out with me this long because we're coming to the close of season 6. As you guys know, each season has 20 episodes, so we're coming to like the tail end of season 6. So, this is like really important. We're getting to the end of it, and hopefully y'all will continue to tune in, continue to watch. I definitely need the break, so thank you for watching. Shout out to everybody live on Facebook, live on Instagram. I want to just start with, of course, giving a special thank you and shout out to all of you guys that were like concerned about me this past weekend. Yes, I was in the hospital. We talked about that. I kind of addressed it really quick. But I'll address it to you guys as well. I am fine. I am great. I am in great spirits. It was not anything super serious, but I am out. I am better, and I appreciate all your prayers, your love, your concern, and everything like that. So thank you. Of course, as I stated, if you guys, any of you guys have not been to the website, just make sure if you want to see any episodes of Talk to Me Tuesday, if you missed last week's episode or any of the previous episodes, they're all available on my website, www.justbeyoutv.com. The link is in my bio on Facebook and Instagram. Also, the episodes are up on YouTube, so you can get them anywhere. Thank y'all for everybody that's been checking into All Nighter. That show has been popping as well. That is Thursday nights from 10 to midnight, and we'll be having nice adult conversations. So shout out to everybody that's been tuning into All Nighter as well. So I just want to, of course, as always, just let you guys know how much I appreciate y'all and say thank you for the support. If you have not gotten your tickets for the Self-Love and Empowerment Luncheon, I suggest that you grab them. I only opened up the early bird tickets. They were supposed to be done on Sunday, but I did extend them to today at 9, which is now. So if you have not grabbed your tickets, they are still available on my site. However, the early bird tickets are have expired as of now. So I definitely encourage you guys to go ahead and get those tickets. It's going to be an amazing event, amazing discussions. So the event is Let's Listen and Discuss. It's going to be all about self-love, empowerment, appreciation, and just to get to know each other, get to know ourselves more, get to appreciate ourselves for who we are. And of course, we can all improve on things that we would like to be better at. So that's that on that. And once again, welcome to all of you guys tuning in. I'm giving you guys some chance. Today's topic is the burdens we bear. So I wanted to talk about this topic. Like you guys know, I always try to be as transparent as possible. I try to use real life experience, real life scenarios and situations. So I try to speak on things that I know for a fact are going to either affect or assist or help someone else, or at the very least someone else may be able to use them, or somebody may be going through it and I can help. So that is why I chose this topic today, because a lot of us are carrying around burdens and baggage that we sometimes don't even understand or realize that we have. So we get involved in these situations, or we just kind of do things on a more organic way. Like, that's just how we are. That's just who we are. This is just, how I've always been. So you don't really understand some things are toxic. Some things become, overwhelming or too much. So a lot of times we just do the most and we don't even realize that we're doing the most. So it kind of gets a little, out of whack. So I'm here to help you guys identify some things that may be burdens, whereas you may have just thought that it was okay, and just be able to identify those things, point them out, and understand that there are other ways around, whether it may be helping people, being there for your family, being there for your friends, doing things for others, taking on a task, being a team player, all of those things. It's a very thin line between, assisting, helping out, being there, and then, something or someone becoming a burden in your life. So that's what I want to talk about today, because I think it is very important. And after the conversation or during the conversation, I feel like we'll all be able to identify some type of situation where we may have either in the past either been a burden on someone, or, had people that were burdens on us, or had situations where we have been burdened down and we didn't maybe recognize. So yeah, as always, guys, if you're tuning in, if you have any questions, you want to comment or anything like that, you're more than welcome to just go ahead and simply, add your comments below. I will try to get to them. If I skip over your question or I don't get to it, that does not mean that I do not love you. Of course I do. You can go ahead, everyone. Of course I love you, but I might just not get a chance to get to your question. So do not think that I am like ignoring you guys. Most of the times I can get to your comments, but in the event that I cannot, then it's okay. But other people will see it, so just definitely stay tuned and stay involved in the conversation. So I wanted to just more so start off with saying that we are all carrying some type of baggage, and it's not even baggage is not necessarily a negative thing. The term baggage, it has such a negative connotation to it. So many people, like, when you say baggage, it's always more negative than positive. People look at it like, oh, she got mad baggage, but it doesn't have to be a negative thing. We all have a life. Any adult, even kids, we're all carrying around something on a regular basis. And I'm going to use the analogy a lot today, like luggage or baggage or your pocketbook. Look at it like that. We all have a basic set of baggage, whether it may be, okay, you have your wallet and it has this and that in it, your credit cards, your ID, your debit card, this and that. Some of us, females, we carry like maybe a little small clutch, and that might just have, just my lip gloss, my IDs, my wallet, maybe a couple little dollars, and something else small. Then you have those who have a bigger purse, and it's just like, oh, well, yeah, I got to change of clothes in there. I got this, I got that. Then you have people that have diaper bags. They're carrying around these kids all day, and they might have some diapers, extra wipes, change of clothes for little John, little pamper, a little sippy cup, extra little snacks and graham crackers, all those things. But that's all a part of your daily regular baggage. It's nothing wrong with that. Those are not negative things. That is the things that you carry with yourself on a regular basis that you cannot help. You can't leave home without your wallet. You can't leave home without your pocketbook. If you have a baby, you can't leave home without your diaper bag. So that is your normal, typical baggage that you already have to carry. Granted, it might not be heavy. You're so used to carrying this little clutch or this little purse or this little diaper bag. You have grown accustomed to it. It doesn't have much weight on it. You don't feel weighed down by it. It's just, again, a part of who you are. It's a part of your day. It's a part of your outfit, whatever the case. Then, we add in the fact that, for example, for the parent, you are adding extra baggage. So granted, I may have a pocketbook that has my essential items, my, again, makeup and ID, money, everything like that. But then, hey, I do have a kid. I don't have a baby, but I might need to take my son's card, or I'm gonna hold his keys because he lost them. And oh yeah, your friend you gotta drop something off to your friend later, so now you got her stuff in here. So little things like that starts to add into your bag that you're already carrying on a regular basis. Then it's just like, okay, now you weigh me down a little bit, but I got it and I still can handle it, and it's something small. So what I want to talk about is how those little additives into your normal daily baggage can become overwhelming and overbearing, and then that's when they become a burden. A little thing here and there, and yes, if my friends say, hey, Jocelyn, when you come to work today, can you I wanted to borrow your red brush. It's like, oh, if I throw a little red brush in my bag, it's not going to hurt anything. And, oh, my son left his keys at home, so I have to bring his. And, oh, I got to take my charger today. Or, oh, I got to throw my iPad or something. All those little things they can add in little bit by little bit by little bit. And then you start to accumulate. So when you have your own typical regular baggage, and then you add in, your extra shit. So now you still carrying around, and I'm trying to stick with the personality, but we're going to get off of it because it may or may not apply, and I don't want you to get lost. But hey, everybody waving to me. I can't always speak, but what's up? You have that regular baggage that you're used to carrying. That is your daily regular issues, right? So some of us, we are carrying around our trust issues and our what are some other things, and and your jealousy. Some people carry around jealousy that can be really, really heavy. Trust issues can become really heavy. When you add in all that onto your regular current things, then it gets a little out of hand. It gets a little bit overwhelming. So when you go to add other people into the mix of things that you are already carrying, when you have your bills, you have your car note, your phone bill, your rent, your mortgage, or your grocery bill, and you want to get new clothes and you got to get your hair done and everything like that. That's a part of your normal, typical day-to-day expenses, your day-to-day living arrangements. That's what you need to live for you. So when you start to add in other people's problems or issues to your current set of things, then that's when it goes from becoming a burden. Because you have your things that you are already, we're all struggling in some way, shape, or form. Whether you're rich, you're poor, you got a little bit of money, a lot of money, got 6 jobs, 12 jobs, no job, whatever the case, we're all just doing the best that we can on a day-to-day to make it, get by, live in our means. Some people's means are others. Some people, they just, cool with living on $20 a week. Some people, listen, I need $1,000 a week and this is what I need to do and everything like that. So when you start to try to add in other people's issues to your plate, or other people's needs into your plate, then it becomes a little bit overwhelming. It becomes a little bit more like, well, something that I have is either not going to get done, or it's either not going to get done, or I'm going to kind of be short of myself, so to speak. Like maybe I won't have extra. I might have thought that after all of my bills, I was going to have an extra $250 to get me through the week. That's after my food, after my expenses, after my bills, after my gas, everything like that. Now you plan for this $250, like whether you want to save it, whether you want to spend it, whether you want to get some new Jordans, whether you want to get some bundles, whatever it is that you want to do with your extra $250. Then you got your cousin Tyrone calling you like, girl, Jocelyn, I just was wondering, do you got $50 that I could borrow? It's just like, well, technically I got $50, but I don't necessarily want to give it to you. But that's my cousin Tyrone, and he really needs it, and I do have it, so let me just go ahead and give it to him. Okay, so now we got $50. So now you only got $200. You already chopping your expenses and your extra funds down. Your play money that you're working hard for, whatever the case. So now you done gave Tyrone $50, and now it's, oh well, such and such needs me to take them here. Or, my sister called and she needs a ride up to the Northeast or some dumb shit like that. And it's just like, okay, well, technically I have a car and I'm not technically doing anything and I got gas in my car. But now that's gas that I'm spending on you that's going to take away from my getting to and from work. Or, I could have been going on a date. Or I could have been meeting my friends down South Street. But now that's extra gas. Sorry. So that's, I'm sorry about that, guys. That is extra, time or gas or whatever that was not accounted for and you did not intend to have or, to have to utilize. So then that's one thing. So it just becomes a little bit extra, a little repetitive, and a little bit exhausting. So when it comes to those type of scenarios, you have to really have a spirit of discernment within yourself. And I think that that's where most of us, and I'm not just saying you guys, but most of us, we go wrong. Because what we do is we allow ourselves to get wrapped up in the needs of others. And although we all want to help and we all want to be there, whether, like I said, whether it be for your friends or for your family members or your parents or, even your children at times, we get so wrapped up in the needs of others that what we will do is either ignore our needs or kind of disregard them at the time. Like, well, I'm going to just put your needs ahead of mine. And what that ends up doing is maybe right away that $50 that your cousin borrowed might not be an issue or took, basically. Because most of the times we all know people borrow money. Some people you kind of don't even expect to get it back. And then you got to feel like you got to ask them for your bread. It's been 2 weeks. I'm not doing all that. So it's just like, if I give you something, I'm probably at a place where I'm just willing to just take that L. I'm not expecting to get it back because I don't know when. And if I do get it back, then surprise, it's a blessing for me. And now I got an extra $50 that I didn't ever account for because I figured I was never getting the shit back. But what happens is we allow ourselves to put the needs of others in front of ourselves. And we feel the guilt of that, or we allow the idea of being guilty for not doing for someone, we put that up ahead of our better judgment. So it on a day-to-day, you don't think about like, oh yeah, I'm just doing this for this person, and then, oh, I'm just doing that for this person. But then when you look at it and do inventory of your week or of your month, it's just like, I done did 55 fucking favors, and I done forgot to go here. Oh yeah, I was supposed to mail out my rent check, or I've been supposed to make a call to this one person, but every time I turn around, as soon as I get off, this person on my phone, and then this person needs something, and this person need a ride, and I gotta take this person somewhere. And it just becomes such a thing. But what it is we allow these things to happen because we don't take the time to be like, whoa, what's really happening? What do I have to do? Now, I'm not saying that you can't do favors once in a while. I'm not saying you can't let people borrow money once in a while. I'm not saying that here and there you can't give out a ride, but you have to understand that there comes a time where you have got to take that inventory of your own shit. If all my stuff is not done, I can't promise you that I'm going to do this for you on Wednesday when I get off, because I don't know what I got to do on Wednesday. I got to make sure that all my checks and balances are clear before I offer or can allot anything to you. And what we do is, like I said, most of us get so wrapped up in, oh, well, I don't want to seem like I'm being a bitch, or I don't want to be snooty, or I want people to think that they can come to me. And then you don't realize how that all turns full circle. And before you know it, you're the go-to person for every fucking body. Because you're always saying yes, you're always doing this, you're always doing that. And until something detrimental happens in your life, and either A, you realize you don't got no fucking body to call because everybody's always fucking calling you. It's like, if you're the go-to, then who do you go to? So that's one aspect of it. On top of, the second aspect is you don't realize until it's just like, damn, it's been, all your issues get backed up. For example, like I said, that call you were supposed to make, or that check you were supposed to mail out, or that book you wanted to read, or that movie you wanted to see, or those sneakers you wanted to buy. You never got around to it because you've been penny pinching and giving and giving and giving and giving. And we start to think that just because it's extra stuff, or because we got it, that we just have to give it. And it's like, no, it doesn't work like that. It's your extra to have. You have to remember that everybody is grown. Everybody is grown. Everybody has got to have the same amount of accountability for themselves. And that's where we continue to, we think we're Superman or Superwoman and we can just take care of everyone. It goes back to a past topic you had. If I keep pouring into the glass, that will be left. Exactly. Yeah, basically, because people will take. And that does go back to a previous topic. Shout out to you, Brittany. It does become a thing where takers are going to take, right? And I will just, let me double back to that. People are going to ask you for shit. People are going to be there to, anybody that can get, that's human nature. Now, some people are a little bit more selfish than others. And, you know, they have a little bit more, like a cap on theirs. They won't just like say, fuck it, we just going to literally suck you dry. But realistically speaking, takers are there to take. Givers are there to give. They're out there. Those characteristics are true. There are some people that are just true takers. They will go to anybody and take anything that you allow them to take, and they will keep taking until you cut them off. So if you put that out there, then yes, they're going to do that. They don't have any reason to not. I'm going to ask. Now, if you say no, then you say no. But I'm going to ask you. And if you say no, then I might go to somebody else, or I might go to somebody else, or whatever the case. But takers are there to do just that. And because you are a giver, you have a giving spirit, you are a giving person, you're a loving person, you're a caring, compassionate person, then you may be compelled to give. And then give. And then give. And then give. And then keep giving. And you don't understand it. Sometimes it doesn't hit you until, like I said, something detrimental happens on your end. And you realize how depleted you are. And it's not always about money. And sometimes it doesn't even, it takes on different faces for us, because like I said, sometimes when it's an issue of something that you have to give, then you don't think twice about giving it away. Oh yeah, I got extra money, and I know that I probably make more than everybody else in my family, and And it's just like, not to be a bitch, but okay, motherfuckers need to get better jobs or a job at all. Just because I did, I took the steps to do what I needed to do for my life to be able to live the way I'm living, that doesn't mean that I did all this work just so that I can then give it away to you whenever you ask me, while you sit around and do absolutely nothing. That's not how that works. And again, we've all been in that situation. I know myself personally, I'm the oldest of 4 kids. So that's one thing. My siblings, they're going to come to me, whether it be for advice, whether it be for money, whether it be for a place to stay, whether it be to drive my car, whatever it is. And it's just like here and there, it's like, yeah, sure. But no, I can't come to everything. I'm not driving everybody everywhere. Every time you need money, I can't give it to you because I don't fucking got it. Or I do have it and I want to keep it. I want my time. Just because I'm off today, that doesn't mean that I'm going to dedicate my day off to running you around the Walmart and the market and, to get your hair done and sitting up at your house and let's go out to eat and I got to pay for it. We're not doing that. It doesn't have to be that way. Just because I have the extra time, that doesn't mean that it's allotted or, it's obligated for me to give it to you. It's okay to not want to share every fucking thing you have with the next person, and no, it doesn't make you selfish. Everything is not for everybody. Exactly. And most things, it's not even about everybody else sometimes. It is for you. And that's why I titled the show Burdens We Bear, because we don't understand that these things, on your day to day, you don't think about it. It's so normal. It's been so normalized within your life and so normalized for so many of us, especially when it comes to family. It's just like, well, yeah, I'm going to do for my mom. Yeah, I'm going to do for my sister. Yeah, I'm going to do for my brother. Yeah, I'm going to do for my auntie. Yeah, that's my family. That's how it goes. But it's just like, then you sit back and it's like, damn, I ain't had no time to myself in a whole month. I ain't slept a full night's rest in, such and such time. I haven't brought myself a new t-shirt, let alone took myself on a date, got my hair done, did nothing extravagant. I can't never go on a fucking vacation because everybody always needed me or wanted me or calling me to do something. So that's when it hits us. That's when we understand, like, damn, I've been carrying this motherfucking shit. I've been so busy giving that time just passes you by. And the one thing that is very precious is time. We all know that's the one thing we cannot get back. And like I said, it's not always as tangible as giving somebody money or, giving somebody a place to stay or giving somebody a ride. Sometimes just that time itself, that's an intangible asset. That is something that for you cannot get back. If you dedicate all your time to another person, and that can be your family and friends, that can be your spouse or your partner, that can be your friends, that can be your homies, that can be Instagram, that can be your job. Those things are intangible. It's just like, damn, I give this place all my fucking time. I'm doing all this so that they can succeed. I'm doing all this so that they can be better or do better. But then it's just like, well, damn, the time is gone. Getting your money back is one thing. Getting some gas money in your car, somebody pay for your oil change, whatever. But getting your time back is invaluable. And that's when things really, really kind of sink in. And to me, that is where the topic kind of hits home for me, because I realize how often we give so much time. I know me personally, people are always calling me. Granted, I love to talk. I'm here, for counsel, anybody that may need it. So I don't mind, but I also have to take into consideration how valuable my time is. So I do not just give it to anybody. You have to either earn it or you have to pay for it. What is the point? I can't just sit on the phone with you for 3 fucking hours talking about absolutely nothing, because I could be doing anything or nothing, but it doesn't have to be that. Doesn't mean that it goes to you. It has to be something that's my choice. If you decide that you need to talk to me about your boyfriend, sister-in-law, baby cousin Tracy, you was fighting, you lost your job, you got some mad issues, then it sounds like you're going to kind of need to pay me for this conversation, because I am giving you something that I cannot get back. Doesn't even matter about the advice. It doesn't matter about the courtesy. It doesn't matter the shoulder crying, all that. But the time itself is invaluable. So if you don't have shit to say to me that holds any value or pours back into me, or that is giving me something, then now that's when it's a waste of time. Now, if we're having a reciprocated conversation, it's just like you telling me something, we're talking, whether it's, whatever it is. But if it's something that we're both enjoying and we're both getting something out of the conversation, then great. This is something I'm choosing to do. But if you're imposing yourself on my time, then no, I can't get that back, and I don't have that to give to you. I don't have that to offer you, and I can't chance it because I'm never going to, it doesn't work like that to get it back. And I'm not skipping off y'all topics. I'm not skipping off y'all questions, but some of y'all, hopefully after reading it, after listening, you will get it. Not just monetarily, but giving your energy and time to others who don't value your presence is detrimental mentally. Correct. So that's basically what I touched on. I didn't even see that, but thank you so much for saying that. Your energy itself, y'all, like the essence of your energy, granted, time you can't get back, but your energy literally can change anybody's mood. And if you continue to pour into people, and this I'm speaking from experience. I'm a high energy person. I'm always like this, basically. What y'all see is usually what you get, whether you meet me in person, on Instagram, on the phone, whatever the case. So I had to learn over time that everybody doesn't appreciate my energy. They don't appreciate my presence, because I'm going to come in any room, all as humbly as I can state this, and light that shit up. So if these people in here don't necessarily deserve the energy that I'm about to get off, or it's a toxic scenario or a toxic situation, or everybody else is negative and then I'm the only positive energy in the room, then what that does, even scientifically, that just sucks me dry, because y'all not giving me anything back. Y'all are not feeding into me. There's not rays of positive energy being exchanged. A positive energy exchange is amazing. It's an immaculate situation that you can be in. It makes you feel good. You talk to somebody that has like great positive energy and you feel just so good. You feel like, yes, it's a give and take. But when you're in a situation or in a room or in a conversation or in a relationship or in a partnership or with a bunch of negative motherfuckers or even one negative person, some of y'all y'all sleeping with the negative motherfucker right now. They probably sitting right next to you while you watching this, and it's just like, you just suck me the fuck dry. Like, if you get around somebody and it's just like you don't feel your happy self no more, you all day like, yay, hey everybody, what y'all doing? Hey, today is nice outside. Got my vitamin D. I'm looking cute, feeling good. And then you kind of get in the presence of somebody or in the presence of a group of people, and it's just like feeling real like, damn. It's like, wait a minute, this not here for me. Because if you don't remove yourself from that situation, or if you're not aware that that's something that you've walked into, it won't even take more than an hour for you to feel sucked dry. And if not sucked dry, you're either going to do one or two things when you are positive and other people are negative. You're going to either adapt to that negative scenario, and now before you know it, you don't even know why you got an attitude, but you sitting balled the fuck up. Now your face all balled up. Just an hour ago, you skipping through the damn tulips, and now you trying to figure out why you feel so angry, feel so frustrated, feel so like, I'm over it. Or you will try to, impose your positive energy on them or on that person or on that situation, and you will be given so much because they're so resistant. It's a whole thing. They have to be open to your positive energy. But if they're fighting against it, and you just trying to pour, like, let me throw more glitter, more sprinkles, more sunshine, like give, and then before you know it, you're just like, whew, I'm so tired. Every time I'm around y'all, I'm burnt the fuck out. So if you use that analogy, think about some friends that every time you go around them and you just start to feel tired. After a while, every time I'm out with y'all, I just feel so drained after the fact. I feel so tired. I feel so burnt out. Because you just giving them everything and they're not giving you anything in return. They're just negative and you're just trying to make light of the situation. Or if you have a partner, or if it's your partner or your spouse, I pray for you, number one. But, being in that, especially in a household, like somebody that you might happen to live with, it can be like a dark cloud over your head. It's like, it's so dark in here. That will make you really, like, when she said that it will attack you mentally, that shit will fuck you up. Because you'll always be in a situation where you're either trying to adapt or to impose. And either way, it never works because each person is their own individual self. So you cannot be burdened with their negative energy. You cannot be burdened with their issues. You cannot be burdened with their, insecurities and their self-esteem issues and their, trust issues. All that shit, it all comes together. Those are all burdens on you. If every time you get dressed with a cute outfit and you feel your friend saying, well, damn, why you wearing that? Or we was only going to brunch. Like, why you gotta... Bitch, because I want to. Like, I like this, but now I gotta deal with you saying whatever you said. And now it's just like, if I'm not strong enough, or if you catch me at the wrong time, I might allow that to affect me. And it could affect me in a negative manner that it can turn my whole day around. Now, you might start having me feeling some type of way about myself. But it's such a thing. And it's not just a streamlined one example. This can go across the board. It can be, like I said, it's not just your energy. It's not just your money. It's just not just your time. It's not just giving people a place to stay. It's everything. When you are just overburdened and overwhelmed and always the person of access, then people will continue to take. And what's going to happen, like I said, we don't realize that we're being burdened until we have an issue. Until it's something, times that we need something and we either don't have it to give ourselves or have nobody to replenish us. And that is why I think that it's important for us to at least recognize some of the baggage that we're carrying around. Recognize how we're carrying so many other people's baggage. When you go on a trip with your family, you can't carry your fucking suitcase and your son's suitcase and your husband's suitcase and your mom's suitcase. Everybody got to carry their own shit, honey. You can't take on everybody's things. You can't take on everybody's responsibility. Every adult in your life, you cannot be their bank. You can't just always be, oh, I'm going to give this person money and I'm going to give, because then whether you have it or not to give extra, you don't have it. You don't have it. You have to start to think, damn, what if you wanted to ever start a savings and, you trying to save 10 G's because you want to do X, Y, and Z, or you have bigger dreams and bigger goals? Is it your problem that some of the other people around you, they don't have the goals and aspirations and dreams and they're not go-getters and they're not trying to go get their own money? Are you giving out allowances now? Is that how this is working? Like, well, because I make this amount, I can afford to take care of this person, this person, this person. Then you're always going to be living this life. It's like, well, you're never going to escalate or, your life isn't going to elevate much because you have already kind of signed up to just live here. Because anything extra you get, you splattering out to everybody else. So don't take on everybody's shit. Everybody is their own individual. And what the issue is, most of us, we have our own stuff. You will have your own, no matter how good you think your life is. It's something that if you take the time, if you use even a fraction of the time that you give to others in any way, shape, or form, a fraction of that energy, and look into yourself and deal within yourself and see like, well, my childhood was kind of like this, and I'm kind of wanting to get in a relationship, and it's been a while since I haven't talked to anybody, and I never go out, and I never do this, and I never go on vacation. Whatever the case, all those things, if you gave a fraction of that to yourself, you will be able to identify, and even if it's not pull yourself out of a hole or fix something, then it will be able to make yourself better. You don't have to have problems necessarily. I'm not saying anybody's perfect, but not everybody feels like they have problems or issues. But if that's the case, then use that energy to make yourself better. We can all be better. No matter how good life is, how great God has been to you, how good your job is, how nice your house is, you can always do better. Shit, you got a nice car, you might want to get a 2020 car. Okay, well, you wear nice clothes. Okay, well, you might want to get a new suit. Whatever the case, it can be something so small or something like, I need to probably take my ass to therapy and I can't never go to therapy because my only day off is Wednesdays, but that's also the day that my mom go to dialysis, so I got to take her to fucking dialysis so I can't go to therapy. All those things, you don't think about it like that until it's just like, damn. Now here you are 30, 40, 50 years old with all these trauma issues that you never dealt with, not even understanding that your mom probably is like, holding you back from some things, or she's probably your main issue, and I'm not a therapist, y'all know I'm not a therapist. If anybody wants to GoFundMe and start me up funds to go to school, then maybe I will be. But a lot of times the people that we allow to be a burden to us, we don't take into consideration what they really are. Like we let them kind of, whether it be manipulate us or guilt us or bully us, all of those things. And sometimes, especially when it's family, and I say this to anybody that's experiencing this, whether hopefully that my examples are working or helping, or you guys are grasping what I'm trying to say. Damn, it's super early. You have to take that time to think about, why do I feel so obligated to this person? Why do I feel like I have to do this? Why can I not say no? Why does every time they call me, I have to, when am I going to be my own person? And how long am I going to do this? Because what's going to happen is, yes, okay, I'm going to do it. I don't want to cause friction. I don't want to stop, whatever. But when is there going to be a time where you're going to put yourself first? That's really what it comes down to. And most people, they don't want to. Like, you think like, oh yeah, I'm good, I do for myself. But when you really evaluate and take inventory on how much you do for others and in the manner in which you do it, you will get to see that some things, it's just like, damn, I didn't even realize that I gave this bitch money before I even paid my rent. Now granted, yeah, I get paid next week, but you did. That's your rent. Now God forbid something happens to you on your job or whatever and you don't get your next paycheck. Now it's just like, oh, now I don't have the $250 that I gave you. I really don't have, because my last paycheck is this and that, and now I should be trying to save every dollar because I don't know when I'm going to get another job. Or, like I said, if it's not money, then it can be a time type of thing. And it's just like, damn, I'm never going to get a chance to go on a date. I'm never going to get a chance to go on vacation because you always got something going on. This person got something going on. This person graduated. This person going to need to go here. And, if I leave, then who they going to call? Ghost fucking busters. That's who they're going to call, or they're going to figure it out. And what you don't understand is, not only are they being a burden to you, but all you're doing is enabling these people to never change, to never be better. If you want to help somebody, then put them in a situation so that they can help themselves. You know how they say, teach a man to fish or give me a plate. You teach a man to fish, they can eat forever. But if you, I don't know the whole analogy, but it's something along the lines of, if you just feed them, then they're going to always come to you for food. They don't know how to eat. They don't know how to cook. They don't know how to fish. So they have no idea. They are actually incapable of doing for themselves, because you are always there to do for them. So if you are pacifying these people, but you think you're helping them, then you're really not. So that's another way to help yourself and get yourself out of it. It's like, let me flip this on y'all manipulative ass motherfuckers, because y'all been manipulating me all this time. So let me go ahead and explain to you guys, hey, I'm cutting y'all off because I'm trying to help you. I want you to be a better bitch, so I'm no longer giving you anything. I can give you some resources. I can help you look for a job, but I'm not just going to continue to give you an allowance and pay your rent and pay your bills and do this, and that. No, bitch. Figure it out, because if you don't, then you never will. So here I am helping you. It is a small sacrifice right now. You're upset, but you will thank me later. But if you do not do that, then all you're going to do is have a dependent ass adult, child, friend, sister, mother, cousin, whatever, and they will suck you the fuck dry until you have a nervous breakdown, you kill somebody, or you end up in a situation that you don't want to be in, and you start to see that your life starts to deplete. Because now everything that you've worked so hard for yourself, it starts to kind of whittle away. Because we already explained how you're already stuck right here. If this is your situation, you're already kind of stuck right here, because you can only go but so far when you have so many other people depending on you. It's just like, all this fucking baggage, I ain't going but too far. I mean, I kind of got used to carrying my book bag and my mom's book bag and my son's book bag, and all right, so I got these. But I can only go but so far. I can't add nothing else on. So I ain't got no time to get no bitch, or no husband, no wife, because I'm already taking care of my family and my friends and okay, so you don't have time to get a partner. So now you're lonely because they not fucking you, sucking you, or none of that. It's It's just like, okay, well, I can't move. I can't better myself. I can't go but so far, because then they're either going to follow you there. And that's the thing. I know people that have literally tried to better themselves and move to another state or whatever the case, and their family will follow them. If they're super dependent, they'll follow you. You get a new apartment, new high-rise apartment, ooh, a nice condo. Next thing you know, your sister want to move in. Like, wait a minute. How'd this happen? Because you are pacifying people. You're enabling them. So just understand that if that's what you're doing on a regular basis and you allow people to become dependent on you, then they're always going to be that burden. You're always going to be there on your shoulder. So your shoulder's always going to be this low. It's, you know what I mean? Now, you can keep trying to, all you're going to do is be taking your shit off to lighten the load. Until you take them off, you're not going to be even. You always going to have them weighing you down just a small amount. You're always going to have that, you know, that one situation. And then if they have something else happens with them, then it's just adding more onto it. You can't carry everybody's shit and then especially and expect to deal with your own. So I go back to saying, even if it's something intangible, then think about the things that about yourself that you're not dealing with, or that you can't deal with to the fullest of your ability, or baggage that you have that you can't clear up because you're so busy carrying everyone else's. So that's, you know, so to help someone is one thing, but there comes a time when you have to evaluate the load. You cannot, no matter how hard you try, no matter what the situation, you cannot, no one person can carry all their own shit and someone else's. Not for too long. There is going to come a time where it's just too much. And that's how y'all meet. I'm telling you, that is how people are out here committing suicide. That is how people out here killing their family. People burning down the houses and shit. You know what? Fuck all of y'all, because I can't do it no more. That's when you get estranged from your family members, because you do get to that breaking point or that boiling point where it's just like, yo, it's too much. And now next thing you know, oh, I haven't talked to my sister in 6 years because, you know, this happened. But it doesn't have to be like that. Just assert yourself and take inventory on the situation, and more so just realize that it's all about putting yourself first. It's not because I don't care about you. It's not because I don't love you. It's not because I want you to die or I want you to be broke and poor. But I just can't. I can't. And some of us just don't want to admit that we can't do it all. We all think that we're Superman or Superwoman, or we got superpowers, or, you know, we just can take on anything, tackle anything, do it all. But we're all human. We're all just human. We all have our own things that we need to work on, deal with. We got past issues. We got childhood traumas. We have, you know, relationship issues. We have, like I said, we got trust issues. We got this, we got that. So we all have our own personal set of baggage. We're all carrying something around, whether it be something as detrimental as like a death of your grandma, and it's just like, I'm never going to get over the death of my grandma. Like, that just doesn't happen. Or, you know, something traumatic or sad that happened. You may have been, you know, abused as a child or something like that. That's something that's a lot. You know, the weight of an abused child, like the abuse, that weight, it's not a pebble. It's not this size. It's like this size. That's heavy. So you can't carry all that shit and then take along with you somebody else's fucking bullshit. It's like, honey, I feel for you. And we can talk sometimes here and there, but you got to deal with that, because I got all this to deal with. I'm still missing my ex. I'm still, you know, trying to work on my insecurities. And my self-esteem is not where I need it to be. And I'm still thinking I'm ugly, or think I'm fat, or trying to grow my hair out. It could be anything. But you have to deal with your own shit. And everybody has to deal with their own shit. And if you get that mindset and wrap your brain around, everybody has got to deal with their own shit. Because no matter how you look at it, as much as you think that taking on these tasks for people or taking on these burdens for other people is helping them, it's really not. Because all they're doing is never dealing with their things, never dealing with their shit, never addressing their issues, because all they do is just focus on you. You take care of their immediate needs, and they just never deal with their stuff. It's like, well, she's handling it. Okay, yeah, I have I don't know, y'all. I'm bad with examples. But, I may have some trust issues. So instead of dealing with my trust issues, I'm just going to put them on my partner and keep stressing her the fuck out, making her think that I think that she's cheating on me when I really know she's not. But I'm just going to keep saying it because I really have trust issues. But it's not really trust issues. It kind of works on the fact that I really don't feel good about myself because I know I don't have no business being with her because technically I cheated on her and she took me back. So that's why I'm just going to turn around and flip all these trust issues on her instead of taking the time for myself to deal with my own shit. People do that, every day. I'm sure some of y'all are in a relationship right now with somebody is doing that. You may not know. Hopefully today I can bring that to light. But it really is all about making people accountable for their own things. It's not about being mean. It's not about being selfish. It's not about being an asshole. It's not about being a bitch. It's not about not caring about them. It's not about not loving them. But there comes a time where you have to ask yourself, okay, I know I love her or I know I love him, but do I really love them more than I love myself? Can I really continue to put their needs above my own? Can I really continue to give? And can I risk me giving and not getting anything in return and one day becoming depleted? Because eventually it will run out. If you don't, I use this analogy in a lot of my shows. If you continue to pour and nobody's pouring back into you, there's no reciprocity coming from anywhere, and you just continue to pour, your cup will run out. And what that looks like to you is your own, metaphor, your own, interpretation of the scenario. However, whether it be money, whether it be energy, whether it be love, whether it be attention, whether it be affection, whatever the case, if nobody's giving it back to you, then you're left with nothing. Not anything else to give them and nothing to give to yourself. And guess what? This is when the real truth hits you. And this is when people get sucker punched. It's just like, not only do you not have anything left to give them, but when you don't, guess what they'll do? Find somebody else to get it from. Because they still ain't going to give you shit. Because they're just used to getting, taking from you. So nobody's pouring back into you at all. Nobody's giving you anything. So now you're just sitting here depleted with nothing to give to yourself, nothing to give to anybody else. And then what? So whether it's money, okay, now I done emptied out my bank account to you. Now I don't got shit for myself. Now I got to work triple hard to kind of replenish myself. And sometimes, as soon as you get back up, then people be back on your dick or whatever. It happens. But it really is just that simple. I'm trying to get some of y'all questions. Let me see. Most of the time is like you said, we do it because of the titles behind it. It's a lot of parents that prey on their children's success, uncles, aunts, brothers, and sisters. True. Let me see. I used to be that way. Every time I would go around my husband's family, may he rest in peace now, I don't have to be bothered with them anymore. I mean, listen, the universe works in mysterious ways. God rest your soul, your husband's soul. However, if those people were toxic, they're fucking toxic. And one thing don't have nothing to do with the other. I love my husband, but I don't love y'all motherfuckers. I love him. Me and him, we get along. We have great energy. But you people, I'm not subjecting myself to that. No way, shape, or form. Sorry. You don't have to do it. Like, the obligation is, most of it is, like I said, it's either you're being manipulated or kind of guilted or bullied into something, or you're just ignoring the idea. Most of us know it's just like, I don't really have to do this. Or that feeling you get right before you give somebody something, or when they call you, that feeling you get right before you answer the phone, like, I already know they don't want shit. Or they about to just get on my fucking nerves. They about to drain me. I'm about to talk to her for 3 hours and she gonna get on my goddamn nerves. She called and talk about this same nigga, or she about to ask me for some money, or she about to whine and complain. It's just like, damn. That feeling you have prior to, that's your intuition, that's your inner gut saying, bitch, damn, not today. But if you choose to still do it, then you're gonna continue on the cycle. You're gonna stay on the hamster wheel of shit. It won't go away, and it won't stop unless you stop it. It's cool to help others, but never let it burn you. Exactly. Once in a while, I'm not saying don't do for people. It's not that. But you have to have a cap on it. And it, like I said, it's all about taking inventory. I can't put your needs ahead of mine. Now, if it's something I really can do and it's not going to affect me one way, shape, or form, and it's something I really can afford to give away, to, whether it's time to give away, money to give away, energy to give away, that's one thing. But if I can't afford it, I am not giving it to you. People tend to confuse that example. I recently had someone tell me they needed a place to stay. I gave them some information to some place I know that can help. They felt like if I wanted to help, I could have let them move in while I helped. Right. It's no. You need somewhere to stay? Bitch, I'm going to send you some shit from apartment.com. You don't have no money? I'm going to send you the information to some shelters. Because you need a place to stay. You need a place to stay. Can you move in with me? No, bitch. I have a house for my family. All my rooms are occupied. My kids is in this room. Me and my nigga is in this room. You know, my oldest daughter is in this. That is my house. That's it. There's no room at the end for baby Jesus. This is not a fucking hotel. I don't got it. Sorry. They forgot that even rocks crack the strongest sometimes need that weight lifted. Exactly. Let me see. I'm not putting people needs ahead of mine. Sorry. Exactly. And like I said, most people just won't do that. But you have to. Because it's just like, look at it like, okay, you're so worried about somebody calling you selfish or feeling like you're selfish. Well, yeah, because again, are you really going to feed them before you feed yourself? Let's use that example. Every time you turn around, somebody needs something from you. But would you really? You're hungry too. If we're going to be real, we all got baggage. We all got shit with us. We all have our own responsibilities and needs. So if I'm hungry and you're hungry, and so many of us be like, oh, I'll give you my last, I'll give you the shirt off my back. Well, unless I got a shirt in my trunk, I'm not doing that. So I'm gonna walk around my titties out, and now you're nice and cozy and looking cute. No. And that's what y'all gotta get over. No, I'm not doing that. That doesn't prove your loyalty to somebody. That doesn't prove that you're better. That doesn't prove that you're a good person. That doesn't prove that you're a good friend. That doesn't prove that you're a great daughter. That doesn't prove you're a great son. That doesn't prove that you're my best friend because you would give me the shirt. Bitch, why would you do that? And I get it in case of emergency or whatever the case, but if that's a thing for you, people take that. You have to know that there's two people in the world, takers and givers. And if you are a give my shirt off the back type of person, you're always going to be giving your shirt off your back to somebody. And your fucking arms is always going to be cold. Your titties is always going to be out. Now, okay, if it's a little bitch or whatever, you got a little jacket and she try to be cute and you want to give her a little jacket while you're in the movies or coming from a date, that's real quick, real cute. But no, I'm not taking off all I have to offer and give it to you. Because then what will I have? Nothing. Because you don't got shit to give me. You don't even have it to give to yourself. And it's the same thing. It's just not, it's not as trivial as we make it, as we like to believe that it is. Because I'm telling you guys, it's all just it's all a game of manipulation. It's all a game of guilt. Most people that are in your life, if you have been on this show, shout out to everybody that's tuned in. If you have been here and listened to this conversation and you can mentally identify, because typically, usually when I use examples, you can kind of pinpoint like, that kind of feels like or kind of sound like that little gut butterfly that you got. That's telling you, and I mean, I hope the person's not next to you. And if you don't know, then you're the motherfucking person. If you don't feel like you can identify somebody in your life that is, becoming a burden to you or being a burden to you or has in the past, then number one, you're probably a burden to somebody else. And you can listen to the show and identify that within yourself. You may not be at a space where you're ready to admit it, but, I pray for your discovery. But and those people, they know they got you by the balls. They know they could guilt you, especially if it's somebody. Family is one thing, because family, they're just like, you supposed to be my favorite cousin. I mean, am I only your favorite cousin because I give you money all the time? Is that really what our relationship is built on? Is that, okay, well, I love my mom so much. Well, you supposed to love your mom regardless. The way you prove your love to your mom is not giving her your last money. Is not, staying in a situation or, in a mediocre lifestyle when you got bigger dreams and aspirations just because you love your mother. If she loved you back, then she will want to see you spread your wings and fly. She won't try to keep you locked and hostage to do, X, Y, and Z. And like I said, it's nothing wrong with them as a person. Just they're a taker and you're a giver. So it's just like, you can't blame them. You're allowing this to happen. They're going to push it. They're going to try. They're going to ask. They're going to get as much out of you as they can. And it's not even necessarily that they're being malicious. They're not always out to get you and be mean and be fucked up. But if I can do it, I can do it. Listen, your mother is a human. Your sister is a human. Your auntie is a human. Your kids are human. And we all got our individual characteristics. And they are choosing to be takers. They are choosing to be users. They are choosing to do X, Y, and Z. And you, this is all about accountability, guys. You are allowing these things to happen. They're not doing anything to you. You can say no. Every time somebody calls you, you have the option to answer or not. Fucking all phones say answer, decline. Those are your options. Somebody call you with the question, hey, can you do such and such? Yes or no. Now, whatever it is inside of you that allows that burden to make you say yeah when you really wanted to say no, that's for you to figure out. That's for you to take some time and sit and talk with yourself and your inner conscience like, why am I always saying yeah when I really mean no? Why am I like, that's you to figure out. That's your fucking problem. But you can't blame them for asking, because you're always going to do it. What do you mean you used to love your mother? I don't want to get into that, but I don't understand what that means. So what does that mean? But realistically speaking, guys, I just want y'all to just take inventory on how much it is that you do for people. It's nothing wrong with doing favors. There's nothing wrong with for being there for your family, friends, and loved ones. But do not allow it to burden you. When you come to the situation, the best way to evaluate and to determine if something is a burden is if you feel like you're always putting that, if those needs are before your own. If you're behind on your rent, but you borrow on somebody $500 to pay their kids' daycare or their rent, it's just like, it's just counterproductive. So you just have to take that time, figure it out, and just understand that you have to take care of you. You can only do for you. You can't expect somebody else to do for you. You have to take care of yourself. Nobody is going to protect you from all the takers and users of the world. You have to protect yourself. You have to arm yourself with good knowledge, good intentions. And of course, moving forward, you don't do that and you don't want the karma to come back to you, but you have got to do it for yourself. You have got to do it for yourself. You have got to want it for yourself, because other than that, you will stay in the same situations. And that is tonight's show. If any of you guys have not gotten your tickets for the Let's Listen and Discuss Self-Empowerment Luncheon, I encourage you guys to go to my website, justbeyou.com. It's going to be an amazing event. We're going to talk about a lot of different topics like today, and just, get more into loving ourselves and loving up on each other and appreciating ourselves for who we are. I appreciate all of you guys, of course, for tuning in each and every week with me. Don't forget to tune in to All Nighter this upcoming Thursday, and every Thursday from 10 to midnight. This episode, if you came in late, will be available on my website as well as my YouTube channel. Link is in my bio. I love you guys. Good night. Mwah.